Does that bother anyone, by the
No,
way, the Gyokeres thing about the fact that he's given priority to Arsenal?
I don't want to monopolize it. I'll just give my opinion first, because I was thinking about that, and at first it was like I was very bothered by it, and then I thought about Lenny Yoro. It took till July 15th for Lenny Yoro to just say, fine, I'll join you and not wait for Madrid. It took him a whole month longer than it did than where we're at today. And I think the reason it feels bad is because it's not Real Madrid, it's Arsenal.
Arsenal's more personal.
That's the reality of where we are, isn't it? I mean,
but they might not even want him. I was saying that this morning. I was like, Owen, and I even said, even if he still decides to come after Arsenal, maybe reject him. I think Matisse was saying to me today on DR, well, are you happy with sloppy seconds? Is that what the Man United are? Yes, bring.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? What, you think because I got Rasmus up front, you think I'm going to be like, oh, no, you didn't choose us first. Bro, as a player, I get it. Right now, if you're looking at your career, if you're just doing just the pure football, sometimes the badge ain't enough. I'm not stupid. Yes, I'd prefer to go, if I got the choice, I'd prefer to go to Arsenal right now. Champions League, final missing piece, challenging for the league. That's cool. All right, cool. You made your choice. Cool. All of that. Guaranteed top 4. Exactly. If it doesn't work, the same way how we have transfers where we go, boy, Gyokeres or Oxford, boy, we do want you, but if Osimhen became, bro, I'm gone. Like, if, you know what I'm saying? Ekatike, we're coming to you. Like, what? Bro, the same way that clubs have A, B, and C, different, what, you think players, when they're lining up their move, it's not always a dream story like Cunha says to his agent, don't entertain nothing, I only want Man United. That's great, but not everything works like that. We are too shit to be saying, if it falls through and Arsenal don't want him and go and get Šeško, oh, all of a sudden now, we weren't good enough for you then, we're not good enough for you now. No, that's, for me, I'm not on that. I don't know. Alice, would you care?
I just don't like his agent.
My mindset is... Go ahead, yeah. Sorry. My mindset is just don't wait for Arsenal to make a decision. Yeah. We'll just do our business. We'll go, let's see if we get Mbeumo over the line, go and do some sales. And look, if Arsenal has still not made a decision on Šeško and Gyokeres, well, there's no point waiting. Let's look at some midfielders. There's an opportunity in the market, like for a midfielder. You know, let's say Bayendier goes. Onana probably isn't going to go unless Saudi come in, realistically. So can we find a good second keeper that could give Onana some competition? You know, is there an opportunity? Young player like Hayden Hackney could be quite affordable. Let's go do that. And then, you know, rather than wait for, you know, Gyokeres and Arsenal to make this decision, and then let's come back to it. Is, you know, if Arsenal go and get Šeško, let's say, and they drag it out to end of July, okay, we've got our midfield, we've got Mbeumo. Let's assume that Sancho, Garnacho, Anthony have all gone. Okay, now we can start working on Gyokeres. That's sort of my mindset on it. But yeah, look, I'm not the biggest fan of Arsenal being the priority. You know, it hurts because it's Arsenal. I think you made a good point there. But look, there, when I think he's 27 years of age, it's not like he's 22 and can wait for the project. And my mindset is when you're 27, you don't want to be part of a project. This is his opportunity. He's been at Coventry, he's been at Brighton, he's been at Sporting. Like, this is his opportunity that he's worked so hard for. And with Arsenal, there's stability. You know, he's going to get more service. Marino, I got 7 goals in about 14 games as a number 9 for Arsenal in the Premier League. You know, when he played there, like, he got good numbers. Havertz was getting decent numbers. So you know that, you know, he's probably going to get decent numbers regardless of if he's the perfect fit or not. He's got Champions League football. They're going to be in the title race. I don't know if they'd win it. I think it'd be City, Liverpool. But they're going to be up there. Was it United? You don't know. So I think if you're 21, 22, which is who we seem to be able to pull, because apparently Ekatike would love to come and, you know, all the young players would love to come. I think you can believe in the 3-year project. But when you're 27, he's going to be like, well, I'm going to be 30 by the time they're good. And do we know that Man United are going to be good? Because we told Bruno, I think last year, to make him sign a new deal that we're going to be back, or like we tried to sell it to him.
So rude that we finished 15. That's so rude. Oh shit, there's Kwaku. Right, sorry. Just sorry, my friend, like, Quakey's just like interviewing Reece James casually before the Club World Cup. Like, this is brilliant. Wow. Sorry, guys. I was just really happy for my friend.
Yeah,
like,
he's an embedded reporter for Chelsea.
Yeah. That's crazy. I thought he was doing like some more social media. Like, he's doing full sit down and he sports Chelsea as well. It's a big moment for him. Well done, Quakey. Yeah, sorry, Alice. Sorry, that just caught me. But yeah.
Marcel, what's your thought on this whole
does that bother Marcel? Does that bother you?
No, not really. No one's bigger than the club. No one's as important as the club. So there's other options for us to get. I think we haven't mentioned Samu yet. You know, that's another player that I think is a really bully striker, you know, focal point striker. There's other options. And I think I like the fact that, you know, there's rumors about other strikers, because it looks like, you know, if we're not going for him, our attention's elsewhere, or that will help with the negotiation process for the likes of Gyokeres. So I was a bit bitter about it early doors, because obviously it's Arsenal, you know, bitter rivals, but I'm over it now. I think it's just about, they have to do something. I really want to hear something from Omar Barada, because he spoke eloquently before, you know, just at the back end of the season. But I need to hear something from him towards now, you know, coming towards the start of July or something, just so we understand what the process is. That's a good opportunity for him to do things that have happened, you know, differently in comparison to the previous regime. So I just want to hear from him again in terms of what is the plan, because we're all a little bit in limbo and a bit like what Dev said, a bit jittery about what is going to happen next. So we need to, you know, start picking this up now for me.
Do you know what jars me about the Gyokeres thing more than the Arsenal is I don't like his agent. I think his agent.
What are you saying about this, Dev? Why are you? What are you? Yeah, what's your things on it?
Do you know why? Because historically, like, this isn't. You have to take what's been successful in the past, and you can't. Not that I'm harking back to it, but like, the agent, I think he needs to leave him, because I don't understand why. You can't have your client's business out in the streets as much as Gyokeres is. Like, how has it been allowed to come out that his number one target is this club without even confirming if the club is his number one target? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, no agent I've worked in agencies and I've worked in recruitment, and in my opinion, like, I've always said this in recruitment, how they come is how they go. So if they're gonna, like, you know, cheat on you, let's say, and go to your rival, then they're going to leave again. It's the same in any relationship. Like, you wouldn't get with someone who cheated on someone because they'll cheat on you. I don't like this idea that if he's going to be moving this way early doors, when, I'm sorry, I don't care what you've done for sport, and you ain't done nothing for us. So you think you're up here and you are nobody in comparison to who we are. You have to prove yourself to us, as many have tried and failed. So if you're going to have this sort of high opinion of your clients or of yourself, thinking that we're not good enough for you, or you have priorities elsewhere, first of all, keep that a secret, because that shouldn't be coming out to the press if that's your real intentions. Everyone's human, whatever. But then you can't then go back and say, oh, actually, I went out with them. They didn't really treat me well. I want to go back to you now. Nah, because you've already made your bed and you have to lie in it with Sporting, because I don't think you're going to stay there. And there aren't many other places that are going to take you, bar the ones that you are burning bridges with. And when it gets done, eventually there's going to be talk of, let's say if there's a season where it doesn't go well, oh, my client wants to move. And there's going to be talk of, oh, when we are doing well, my client wants a bumper contract because, you know, you promised him this when we did this. He's a constant problem. And I've looked into him. He is a constant problem. He briefs out to the press all the time. He's the one who briefed out to the press originally when he was going to Sporting after everything Coventry did for him. It's like there's no respect there. So I don't like working with people like that.
Heard any of
yeah, bro. So what I'm saying with and the difference that people would say, for example, with Cunha, because let's be honest, I don't like what Cunha was saying about Wolves when he was there, and I don't like what Ivan Toney, for example, said about Brentford when he was there, when he was banned. But these are different circumstances.